unfortunately, in the presidential election, story now followed the election. The stories followed it. Yes, rigging, not making good use of the beavers, or people violated the thing by hijacking or collecting the voting materials and the rest of them. Everybody is aware of that in this country. You see? That's why coming up the last one, that is the last Saturday election for the governorship and the State House of Assembly, people were no longer interested. The experience before, happened last Saturday. That is the voter party. Lack of interest. People were saying, why am I going there? The one I went there to, the one I did. And then I think I didn't see any gain. So let me stay at my own house. Yes, I remember the presidential election day. I think I'm the first person that casted my vote at the polling unit here. There was crowd. The only thing is that they gave me preferential treatment because as a bishop, I voted with my wife and we started moving on something of that nature. But last Saturday I went there, nobody was there. Yeah, nobody was there. I don't mean that nobody at all, but I remember that number I saw there that day was not encouraging at all. It was not encouraging at all. Yes. The answer is quite obvious. The answer is that if they could not do what they promised to do during the presidential election, then going for this one is a waste of time. That is better I stay at home. So that's why what we saw last week Saturday is not surprising to me. We went there because we are the one that are telling our parishioners that your vote counts. Make sure you go there. And if I didn't go there, then my parishioner will say I didn't see my bishop. So if I didn't see my bishop, there's no point coming out there. Even if I even say, why didn't you come out to vote somebody that will be a governor? Then my parishioner will say, Bishop, are you saying this thing? In fact, you yourself, can you tell me the truth that you went there to vote? And I can't tell them now that, in fact, I went, why I didn't go. So I think that's about it. That's about voter party you say that the people were complaining about, even the foreign observers. Yeah, they are correct. What they said is actually true. Yes, comes to killings. I think I have already said it. What I mean that I have already said it is that initially, one thing is this. You don't know. One thing is to start something. Then another thing is what you started, where is landing you. I say that when we started making political position a lucrative something lucrative, that somebody that dropped out maybe even in the primary school or secondary school, will now become the political leader in a community, in a state, and be feeding better than somebody has spent years in university. My dear, what do you think that people will do? People will say, okay, I think if that is the case, there's no need going to suffer myself in the school. Let me start. And the way to start is to become a political toggle. I serve this person and kill somebody I asked me to kill. Then maybe when the person may be living in that office or climbing more, the way to compensate me, the way to settle me is to bring me up. And mind you, somebody that's been bringing up had killed somebody. I've said it one time in my own local government at Igbo. I told the politicians when we met them to the advice, in Christianity, what we believe in one thing we call restitution. Christianity starts from repentance, confession, restitution. But listen, you can only restore ordinary material things, but you can't restore blood. Because blood is life. And the owner of life is whom? God. But we bent to destroying lives, killing people, destroying life, shedding blood. You can't restore blood. You can't restore life. It's only God that can restore life. But because in the bid to become rich one day, just overnight, to become rich overnight, people started killing. We have lost the value of human life. And so, what do you expect to happen in this society? What will happen is that everybody, I'm not saying that he did wrong anyway. I'm not condemning him at all. Because nobody knew. We are waiting for him to showcase what he had in mind, becoming a politician. I'm talking of the Reverend Father in Benue State that won the governorship election. And he now become the governor. He's now a governor-elect of Benue State. He will start to rule there. Yes. Yes, we are waiting for him to know why what he has in mind going to be a governor of a state. But look at what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that we have made political office so attractive that even we religious leaders, we are clamoring to be there, competing with everybody, because we see it as a better place. That is, when you are looking for a greener pasture, go and join politics and become a politician. The politics of Nigeria has gotten to the point that it is, if you refuse to give away, then we will eliminate you, so that we get to where we are desiring or planning to reach. And killing started. That's how we introduce killing in Nigerian politics. That anything blocks my way, whatever I can do to make sure I remove it, I must do it to remove it. Being human being, being anything, I must remove it to get where I'm desiring to stay. So that's about it. So it has started hidden result, the seed we sow, because Bible says that it is what one sows that he or she shall do what? Reap. We are reaping what we have sowed. Yeah. So that's about it. So now killing have set in. Everybody want to kill so that I become a leader, political leader, either governor, either member of house, either president, either senate, either house of rep. Started killing. And the worst of it all in Nigeria is that Nigeria, as we are, I don't know, is it ignorance? It's only God that can tell. But I'm trying to say that in Nigeria, it's not in Nigeria that I discovered that a brother can kill his brother because they are in two different parties. That's a problem. And just like I've said, anything that will block my way. I don't even consider whether is that thing my human being, or even that human being. Is it my father? Is it my sister? Is it my brother? Is it my son? Is it my parent? No, I don't want to know that. What I stand here to do is anything that will block my way, let me remove it. And that's the problem. And everybody have known that if I lose, and not losing the post particularly, but when you now lose, for example, if you are a campaign manager, if a particular party you are supporting lose in your polling unit, then you start to lose so many things. And that's why you can there and then do whatever that is possible for you to do, to make sure that you win, so that every compensation, every reward, anything that is due for you will get to you. Otherwise, they will tell you, you didn't do your job. My dear, we are in trouble. But personally, as a church leader, I'm still telling the members of the Christians that all hope is not lost, so far God is concerned. Because God, according to his word in the Bible, Jeremiah chapter 11:20, he said, I know the thought I have for you. a thought of good future. So as far as God is concerned, and I am a child of God, God is still having a better future for me and for you. I have said it, and I'm continuing saying it, that leadership is all about problem solving. And I know that any leader that will do well must be a leader that listens to the yearning of the people he leads. A leader that hears the cry of the people he leads. If you are a leader and you don't hear the cry of the people you are leading, the yearnings of the people you are leading, your subjects, you are bound to fail. So I think my little advice and charge to the governorship elect, or the governor-elect, sorry, in the state is that let him hear the yearning of the people, especially as it concerns welfare. Because ndị Igbo sikwa na ọ bụ onye rijiri afọ na-ekwe ndawere. It's only when you eat then you can be able to stand and maybe clap for maybe infrastructural development. I'm not condemning it. It's good. It's quite good. When you think of development comprehensively, it's part of everything is good. But you should know that it is the only living that can live in the house. I hope you're understanding my point. That I am living here is because I'm alive. Is that not true? If I'm not alive, I think I will not live here. So, and one must eat first of all before living and enjoying all the infrastructural amenities or things we have, he or she have around. That ranges from one, those in civil service, let their monthly emolument salary be upgraded, and let them be receiving it at when due. Yes. And those that do for promotion, let them be promoted. Following those who have labored to serve this country in different capacity, when they went on retirement, let them get their entitlement. Ranges from how do you call it? Pension, gratuity. Let them receive it. We have had enough of people that on queue to get their entitlement and slumped and died. And that's the end of their way. But look at these people have served this country gloriously and honorably. Please, let them look at it very well. I'm very, very interested over that. That's a part. Then let them also consider the poor ones, because all hands are not equal. There are these peasant farmers in the village. Let them consider them. How? If giving them loan to facilitate their work, then let the roads be maintained so that they will have access road at least to transport their goods, like cassava, yam, whatever, to where they will dispose it. Another thing that is so important is this. Let our hospitals be maintained. Our hospitals, both the ones in urban and the ones in the rural areas, general hospitals, that leadership is all about problem solving. Nobody is blind in this country now that they cannot see what we are suffering from. So I think the best thing that we do is to sit up and see how. I'm not saying that problem will stop. Problem will keep on staying. After all, nobody will finish the problem of the whole world until Jesus comes. But I'm talking of at least let people have a breathing space. we are suffering now in the scarcity of what do you call it, currency, this redesigning of the currency. Look at what we are suffering now. Do we ought to suffer this thing we are suffering now? No. Who caused it? They are our political leaders. Well, that's a bad way.